Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, people. It's your guy, Inspired Seeker, coming to you live from nature once again. This Rising's message is entitled, "This Happens Before You Exit the Matrix." And we're going to be talking about certain things you may experience before you spiritually awake. Okay? Guys, I have a lot of fans out here, as you can hear. The crows are feeding. There were a lot of barbecues out here yesterday, so I'm out here early. There's food out here for them, leftovers for them to feed on. So they're feeding, they're excited. You're gonna be hearing them. All right. But anywho, guys, let's get into the message. I want to start by saying this, guys. As a child, you probably had your own worldview of life. Okay? You probably had your own idea of what life is like or what your future would be like, right? With your limited knowledge and your limited wisdom, you probably created a worldview of what the future would look like for you, or what life is, okay, what life means for you. All right. And chances are, unless you grew up in very difficult circumstances, that you didn't have your needs met and whatnot, chances are you had a whole different worldview of life. All right. But a good majority of us who grew up in a normal setting would also have a different worldview, right? Because they had their needs met, it was always provided for, and so you probably envision the world as a safe place with no grudges, no fussing, no harm, no violence, no war, no hunger, those type of things, right? But for those who didn't have that privilege and had to experience these things at a young age, also have a totally different worldview of life. All right. So I said all that to say this, guys. You probably grew up to understand life based on your limited knowledge and your limited wisdom. All right. You grew up living the same way that everybody around you was living. You grew up doing the same things that everybody around you was doing. And so over time, you grew to accept that as truth. Okay? You grew to accept that as life. Okay? And so that's what life has been for you, right? That's exactly what life has been for you as you continue to grow into an adult and then further down into your adult years. All right. Now, guys, as an adult, you're coming to the realization that life is kind of meaningless. All right. You're starting to notice the redundancy of the things that we do, right? You're starting to notice the meaningless nature of life as you grew to accept, all right? Because you're noticing all these patterns of going and coming, and you're telling yourself, or you're probably asking yourself, there has to be more to life than this, right? There has to be more. This can't be life, huh? Just a whole bunch of coming and going aimlessly, huh? Just meaningless encounters. And you probably, going through this whole song and dance in your head like, nah, man, this cannot be life, all right? Going to school, going to work, getting paid, and going out there to spend it on meaningless things, and going to the parties, and going to the weddings, going to the occasions, the birthdays, the all of these holidays and all of that, and you starting to see how empty that whole idea of life is, right? You're starting to ask yourself, how could we accept this as life? Okay? This is, guys, essentially when you are starting to question your reality. All right? You are beginning to question your reality as to what life is really about. All right? Because for the majority of folks, they have accepted life as what they're doing, the mundane things that they're doing every day. All right? But for some of us, we are not able to accept that. All right? We came here with a drive to make a big difference. And so we cannot accept the mundane, go to school, get a job, start a business, make money, earn money, go and blow it on meaningless items to make yourself feel better. We're noticing that these things are meaningless. All right? There's no value to these things. All right? And so some of us are digging deeper. All right? Some of us are questioning our reality and digging deeper. And so essentially, this is your questioning phase, guys. All right? This is your questioning phase. All right? And I have 5 things that may occur before you fully exit the matrix, or before you spiritually awaken. All right? So, as I was saying, the first sign is the questioning, guys. All right? I have here, everything has become boring all of a sudden. Your life doesn't make sense anymore. You're starting to realize this up and down, coming and going patterns. You're seeing that your life has no meaning, just an unending cycle of going and coming. All right? And so you're beginning to question, what's the meaning of life? Okay? You're beginning to question, what's the meaning of life, guys? All right? This is your questioning phase, and that's the first sign that you are awakening from the matrix. Okay? You're probably on the verge of a spiritual awakening. All right? You're no longer satisfied with the mundane, everyday things. Okay? You probably have a career. You probably went through the college system, the education system, got your qualifications and all that, got a career, and yet you find yourself questioning, what's the meaning of life? All right? Because you don't have any satisfaction for what you do for life. All right? Or for what you do for a living. Okay? You're working. All right? You have a career. You're working. You're earning money. And you're spending that money on useless things. And you're asking yourself, is this supposed to make me feel better? Is this supposed to make me feel good about myself? Is this supposed to make me feel like I'm living? All right? You're seeing the emptiness and the mundaneness in these things. All right? And so you're starting to question, what's the meaning of life? All right? So this is the first indicator, guys, that you're exiting the matrix. All right? That you're on the verge of awakening from the matrix slumber. Okay? At number 2, guys, is your inner voice, okay? At number 2 is your inner voice. Notice I started this video with you being a child, okay? So over time, your inner voice has changed, okay? Your inner voice has changed, all right? And as you grew older and you got to this point as an adult and you're finding yourself bored with life and start asking these questions, your inner voice is starting to get louder, okay? You can hear your inner voice a lot louder now, asking what's the meaning of life, okay? There has to be more to life than this. There has to be more than this, all right? What does all of this mean, huh? And so your inner voice is growing louder, all right? And you're realizing that your inner thoughts are more than just thoughts, okay? They are actually a call to action, all right? They are actually a call to awaken, okay? So your inner voice then grew louder on you, all right? Asking what's the meaning of life, huh? Is this all there is to life? There has to be more to life than this, right? And you're realizing that your inner thoughts, your innermost thoughts, okay, your deepest thoughts are more than just thoughts, all right? They are actually a call to awaken, a call to action, all right? An invitation to awaken to the real meaning of life, all right? To the true meaning of life, all right? So that's number 2, guys, your inner voice, all right? Your inner voice is growing louder, all right? Now on to number 3, the patterns, okay? The patterns. When I talk about patterns, I'm not referring to the same patterns we talked about in number 1, all right? Number 1, you're seeing the mundane patterns, the daily hustle and bustle, going out, earning money, turning around, spending it uselessly. You know, they're up and going and coming, up and down, doing the same things every day and finding no meaning to it, right? These patterns at this step 3 here now is your own patterns, okay? You're noticing your own toxic patterns, all right? You're noticing that you are engaged in certain activities, that are not contributing to the person you want to become, okay? Because remember, you're not satisfied with your life right now. You're not satisfied with your current reality, okay? So you're aiming for something much bigger, much greater, right? And so you're starting to notice certain patterns that you're involved in, okay? Certain activities that you're involved in that does not contribute to you becoming that greater version of you, all right? And so what you're starting to do here now is you're taking inventory of these patterns and you're starting to work on them, okay? You're starting to work on getting rid of them and replacing them with better habits or better patterns that are geared towards propelling you towards that person that you want to become, okay? So this pattern at step 3 here now is your own toxic patterns, okay? Your own toxic behaviors, your own toxic patterns, all right? And the idea is for you to notice them, so you could take inventory of them and begin replacing them with newer and better patterns, all right? Patterns that are geared towards propelling you to this individual that you want to become, all right? This greater version of yourself, essentially, all right? So let's go on to number 4, Number 4 says you rid yourself of the illusions, okay? You rid yourself of the illusions. You notice that your entire life up to this point has been a whole bunch of illusions, guys, all right? You notice that We've been aimlessly going and coming. But not only that, we've been aimlessly competing with one another. All right? We want to impress each other rather than impressing God. All right? We want to see who got the biggest car, who got the biggest house, who got the nicest shoes, who got the best clothes, who got the prettiest girl, who got the biggest boat. The list goes on and on, all right? But you're starting to see that all of these are illusions, right? You're starting to notice that all of these are illusions, huh? And it's all as a result of our programming since childhood, right? Our societal upbringing and our societal programming, all right? So you're starting to realize, like, what's the sense of all of this, huh? Why am I competing with my brother? Or why am I competing with my friend? Why are we even competing over this? Huh? You're starting to see that these things actually have no meaning to them. Okay? These items that we're competing about, all right, or these competitions that we're having, huh, have no meaning to them at all. All right? So you're starting to get rid of them. All right, you're starting to rid yourself of them. All right, and this is where some people may say that you let yourself go or that you give up on yourself because you no longer care what nobody thinks about you. All right, you understand that these things are meaningless. All right, and it's not about how big your bank account is or how many houses you have or how many cars you have, how big your car is, all right? Because one thing for sure is the size of your bed, the size of your room, the size of your house does not matter. When you go to sleep, guys, you can only fit the size of you as an individual. So you're starting to notice the meaninglessness of all of these things, the mundaneness of all of these things, all right? And so you getting rid of all of that, all right? And some people may say you gave up on yourself, huh? But it's not that, okay? It's not that. It's that your priorities are now starting to change, okay? You don't care who got the biggest car. You don't care who got the prettiest girlfriend. You don't care who got the biggest boat, who got the biggest house, all right? How much your house costs. You don't care about any of that anymore, okay? And you essentially don't care what others think about you, all right? Because your goal now is not to impress the next person next to you, all right? Your goal is to impress God now, all right? So that's number 4, guys. You rid yourself of the illusions, okay? And these illusions were created as a result of our programming, all right? And the last but not least, guys, is number 5 is you strive to achieve balance in your life, huh? You strive to achieve balance in your life, all right? So as I said earlier, guys, chances are you've been on a masculine, huh? If you're a man, you've probably been on a masculine, and women, some women too even, all right? You've been programmed to go, 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 all right? Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it, all right? So you've been working, huh? Grinding, hustling, whatever you want to call it, huh? It's all about the money, is this and that, right? It's all about how big your bank account is, how much stuff you can afford, this, that, and the other, right? But now you're starting to notice that in order for your life to be meaningful and for your life to be effective, you're starting to notice that there has to be balance, okay? Because some people have dedicated so much of their lives to earning money or to hustling so much to the point that they forgot to live, okay? They forget to live, guys, huh? Their entire life has revolved around earning money, okay? So they forget to live, and then they fall into depression, and then that money that they've earned cannot save them, okay? The money that they've earned, they worked so hard to earn, cannot help them, all right? Because they forgot to live. They forgot to take care of themselves, all right? And so here now, guys, you're striving to achieve balance. Okay, you're slowing things down. All right, you're working less. You're still working. You're still doing your thing, but you're probably working less. All right, and you invest in the rest of the time into other meaningful activities. All right, that will help improve you as a person, you as an individual. All right, maybe some self-love practices, maybe some seeking wisdom, seeking knowledge type of deals. All right, you're starting to invest some of that time and some of that money in other areas of your life to improve you as an individual. Okay, so that's at number 5, guys. You're striving to achieve balance in your life. Okay, you're starting to see that it's not all about go. All right, it's not about go get it. All right, and that there has to be balance. All right, and so you're slowing your life down. You're taking your time, and you're investing some of that time elsewhere in your life to help improve you as an individual. All right, so these are my top 5 things you may be experiencing right before you exit the matrix, or right before you spiritually awaken. All right, if you enjoyed the video, guys, drop us a like, and thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, of course, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be notified the next time we upload, because we do our best to upload every single day. We're dedicated to raising awareness, spreading positivity, and spreading inspiration. All right. Also, guys, share your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything I forgot to add, by all means, feel free to add it in the comments. All right. Share your thoughts and your experiences in the comments, and also share the messages with your loved ones. All right. Let's all continue to learn, continue to grow together. All right. So let me leave it here, guys. Until next time, peace, love, and more life.